smoke in your eyes. I am the ghost that hides in the night.
Yes, before I start this episode of Epic Island Battle, I want to give a big shout out and thanks to Sonic Aaron 2107 for the fight scene that you will witness after the analysis. So shout out to Sonic Aaron 2107, on to business. Hello and welcome, ladies, gentlemen, viewers from all around the world and all freaking ages. Welcome to another episode of Epic Island Battle Tournament. Today we got the Merc with the mouth, the one who breaks the fourth wall every other day, every other time you turn around. I'm talking about Deadpool versus The Mask. So with all that being said, without further ado, since you know who's fighting, let's get down to business. I say we do things right. Start off with The Mask. I'll start off by stating the obvious, folks. The Mask itself was forged and created by Loki, god of mischief from Norse mythology. Not comic book Loki, the one based off that and more toned down. I'm talking Loki himself from Norse mythology. The gods who are actually believed to be omnipotent in mythology. That Loki. The mask itself has been worn by many people at this point. The most well known would probably be Stanley Ipkiss. And in The Son of the Mask, the second movie, he actually went head to head with Loki, the Norse mythology deity himself. Yeah, in The Son of the Mask, this guy actually was able to go toe to toe with Loki himself. But as you know, the mask does possess the same abilities no matter who wears it, and it has showcased a lot of those abilities to us when other users have wore it. So I will be mainly going over and covering the stats and feats in both movies, meaning The Mask and The Son of the Mask, and some off the animated series. So I say we start off with what powers and abilities the mask actually has and obtains within itself when a wearer uses it. Starting with the obvious, it has reality warping powers and abilities. That much is clear. Similar to Toon Force, this is. For example, he can literally pull out a large bazooka from his shoe, his pants pocket, his ear, he or she's purse. He can draw a normal circle on a piece of paper, slap it on a wall, and walk through that portal like he is an immortal. Now obviously that was a joke. He's not truly an immortal, although he does seem to have limitless power as far as his reality warping and Toon Force goes. His other abilities include he can actually duplicate himself. He can also mess around with other animations, basically being able to reanimate those certain animations to an extent, folks. He can literally make a piano fall on you from out of nowhere. Same with large pieces of metal, 2 tons worth of metal. He can just out of nowhere make appear and fall right on top of you. Splat. I say we move over to his speed for a minute. The mask is actually very fast. The user wearing the mask possesses a lot of speed, incredible speed, able to go from one state to another state in a matter of seconds. in a matter of seconds, folks, traveling state to state. It's also very durable, very, very durable, actually virtually immune to bullets, as shown in the first Mask movie when multiple thugs, unloaded fully automatic rounds on him, and it didn't even kill him, didn't even really do anything to him. If you don't think that's impressive, wait till you hear this and see this. He's so impressive with his durability, he was able to take a building level bomb. That's right, this bomb was about to blow up an average sized building. You know what he did? He took this bomb, put it down his throat, ate it. It blew up in his stomach. All he did was burp. Flames and smoke come out like he had a bad case of gas, folks. But as impressive and as crazy as this guy might sound, he does have his problems. One of them being, if you do somehow get that mask off, he is just a regular human like me or you underneath that mask, and as soon as you get it off, you could easily just kill him. Second being, as shown in the animated series, he's actually weak to sickness, meaning he can catch a common cold in an instant. That is actually one of his weaknesses, folks. He can easily catch a common cold. So altogether, folks, the Mask has reality warping powers and abilities. He has stuff similar to Toon Force, very fast, able to travel from state to state in a matter of seconds, very durable, able to at the very least swallow a building-sized bomb and take it like it's nothing, takes automatic gunfire like it's nothing. And he's very, very, very unpredictable most of the time. Heck, in front of the entire police department, he started shaking it and doing the freaking salsa. But I say we move on down the line to the Merc with the Mouth himself, Deadpool. Oh yes, Deadpool, aka Wade Wilson, parody of Slade Wilson. We won't get into that. I think we're moving on the line to Deadpool himself, though. Starting with the obvious, folks. He's the Merc with the Mouth. He has a big mouth. He loves to talk a lot. He's also known for breaking the fourth wall. Very known for breaking the fourth wall, folks. He carries his 2 swords. He carries 2 semi-automatic guns. Heck, he's a trained, no, I should say not just trained, he is a master assassin in his own right. You see, Deadpool Wade Wilson didn't always start off technically being Deadpool, you see, but he always had the mouth on him. Basically, he got a sickness, a very bad sickness, I think you all might know. And he had to go through an experiment and basically got Wolverine's healing factor, and it's doubled, though. Basically, Wolverine's healing factor times 2. Pretty incredible, actually beyond incredible, you might say. No pun intended to the big green man himself. What makes it beyond incredible is the fact that if you actually cut his head off, he can actually reattach it and actually keep running his mouth while his head is chopped off. Last I checked, if you do that to Wolverine or the Incredible Hulk, they go to sleep. He has superhuman reflexes, superhuman strength. He has a belt that he wears that actually allows him to teleport. Yeah, a belt allowing him to teleport. He's taken hits from some of Marvel's heavy hitters. Taken a hit from the Hulk before, hits from Venom, Spider-Man himself. And heck, Deadpool has actually fought against comic book Loki before. Yeah, that's right, comic book Loki and Deadpool are in the same Marvel verse. They have fought each other a time or two. He's very unpredictable, folks. Very much unpredictable. So unpredictable, Taskmaster himself can't even copy this guy's fighting style. He can't even get a read upon this guy. And if we all know Taskmaster, he's known to be a copycat. He's even beat Wolverine and Sabretooth in hand-to-hand combat before, folks, in physical confrontation. Deadpool has done that on a time or two. But as unpredictable, as badass and crazy as Deadpool is, he does have his problems as well. His mouth does get him in trouble a lot of times, and his cocky attitude, his arrogant attitude, can get him in trouble as well, as shown when Colossus himself hit him one good time and knocked him unconscious for a few good seconds. So altogether, folks, Deadpool is a merc with a mouth. He has a beyond incredible regeneration power, able to take a hit from the Hulk, take hits from heavy hitters in the Marvel-verse. He's bested Wolverine and Sabretooth in combat before. He has a belt that allows him to teleport. He can break the fourth wall. He carries his two swords, his two semi-automatic weapons. He's a master assassin. But does he have what it takes to take on the Mask? Well, folks, let's go ahead and find out. Well, it looks like the Mask won this round of Epic Island Battle Tournament. But before I tell you why, I'm going to give another big thanks and shout out to the battle animator Sonic Aaron 2107. There'll be a link in below in the description. So shout out to Sonic Aaron 2107. Down to business. So yeah, reasons why Deadpool lost. Where do I start? I mean, this was a tricky match. A tricky match. You know, and Deadpool's fourth wall breaking definitely helped him avoid some of that reality warping stuff going on. However, it would only help delay the inevitable. And yes, Deadpool has an beyond incredible regeneration power. Although, as we all know, regeneration powers can be overcome and overwhelmed. Just a good example of that, Saitama versus Boros. Boros had a beyond incredible regeneration power, and Saitama was over to overwhelm that. Now this is a little different, but if you look at the stats and everything that the Mask can do, I don't have a doubt in my mind that he'd be able to overcome and overwhelm Deadpool's regeneration power. Oh, I believe he actually could quite easily. Maybe not at first, but he is able to do that. You look at speed, yeah, Deadpool can actually teleport places with his belt, but that is a little different than the kind of speed the Mask has. The Mask is literally like travel and combat speed, able to travel from a state to an entirely different state in a matter of seconds. So yeah, I guarantee he could easily catch Deadpool off guard. As unpredictable as Deadpool is, the Mask is just unpredictable. As I mentioned in the first Mask movie, out of nowhere he just started breaking it down, shaking it, and dancing the salsa, folks. And if you say, well, how is the Mask alone going to actually catch him in order to take him down, knock him out, whatever? Well, that's the thing. The Mask can actually duplicate himself many times, actually. Can actually make copies of himself multiple times over. All they would have to do, one or two of the Mask, would just have to grab Deadpool, hold him still, and another one could just instantly drop a 2-ton piece of metal on Deadpool. And yeah, he'll regenerate from it. I don't see him bench pressing a 2-ton piece of metal off of his chest. There's a difference between lifting 2 tons with your legs over your head than there is bench pressing it while you're laying down using your arms only. And to get something else out of the way, Deadpool's blades, his swords, his guns, his weapons, won't even do anything to the mask. Absolutely nothing at all. And as we know, at the very least, he can swallow a building level bomb and be just fine. So once you get past the fact that they both are very unpredictable, meaning most likely that's not going to have any effect in this type of match when they are both very unpredictable to the fullest, and you look over at the other fact that he is not affected by bullets, certain bombs, and blades, meaning the mask, meaning Deadpool's weapons don't have any effect here. It comes down to stats, and that is something that the mask does outclass Deadpool in. Deadpool does have a better regeneration power, but the mask does outclass in every other category, meaning super strength, speed, all around reality warping abilities. There's so much he could actually do to stop Deadpool, knock him unconscious, technical KO, pin him down, the works. All that being said, the winner of this Epic Island Battle Tournament is the Mask. Hope you enjoyed it for what it was. Stay tuned later. I'll be releasing the trailer to the next fight. As always, have a great one. Peace.